What's up, everybody? I'm Chef Mike Jerez.
And I'm John Baruti.
And we are
the $1 Million Food Guys.
Well, today we have a special guest for a special episode. We are talking about food delivery services. Your DoorDash, Uber Eats, what's the other one? Slice. Uber Eats, DoorDash,
Grubhub's the big one.
So we have a special guest. We are at
Capones, downtown
Pizzeria
Tom's River
and Pasta House with the owner Jimmy Capone. And he's going to talk about some of his experience dealing with the drivers and or what's really happening right now in the industry, because it is a $1 billion a year industry that was born through COVID. And I truly believe, I think that COVID, if it didn't happen, they wouldn't be $1 billion company.
Well, they don't make money.
Because, you know, you would have your regular delivery service and everybody, but the need of not wanting to go out really spawned these companies and just exploded.
And even though they're doing so well now, they still technically are not making money, which is a joke. But what I wanted to ask Jimmy right off the bat is, you use a third-party delivery, so DoorDash. Who do you use?
I use DoorDash, Slice, MyMenuFi, and Grubhub's been popping up out of nowhere.
So do you have your own delivery guys anymore? You do.
I use that for the Slice app.
Okay.
But the DoorDash is their own delivery people.
Right.
Okay. Because I read that they'll allow you to deliver through your own service and charge you less.
Yes, that's what Slice does.
Yes. The Slice was created that way. But DoorDash and Grubhub.
Oh, I didn't hear that yet.
Yeah. And they're also coming up. I also read before we got here that now they're so you have your own Capones, right? Let's say you were dead, which you're not, right? And you wanted to boost sales. Now they're doing this celebrity stuff that, like, what's that genius from the Seaside thing a couple years ago? You just mentioned it, MTV.
Okay.
Paulie D.
Okay.
Now they got Paulie D subs, so you could be Jimmy Capone's, right? And you can also accept orders for this Paulie D subs, and it's part of the service. But I don't know what the VIG is.
Okay.
So you can supplement your, you know what I'm saying? So it's a ghost kitchen. They're creating celebrity ghost kitchens.
It's getting out of control.
Getting out of control.
And the thing that makes this whole thing out of control, which we're going to talk about too, is the delivery drivers, the people that are coming in, are not hired by Jim.
No.
They're not. Okay, so they're not trained by him. They're not trained on delivering customer service. These are average, everyday Joe people that want to make some extra money, that have no clue about the restaurant industry or food service industry on what it takes to put it out. Saturday night, the place is jammed to the hill. You get a guy, just gets an order. He walks right in the door. Okay, I'm here. I'm ready to pick up Show and Schmo's order.
You get that a lot. You get that.
They didn't even start the order yet because they got 20 tickets ahead of him.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right now that's happening.
They don't know restaurant etiquette.
They don't, because they just don't understand. They're not in the business. Yeah. But the problem lies, and I get it. You could tell them, hey, relax. We got a big board. The problem is, now I don't use this delivery service. I don't use anything. We just don't do that stuff. But
I tried talking him into it.
But I'm a customer. We use it a lot in my house, and it is out of being lazy and not want to go. I mean, there's stuff down the road that we just get, and it's stupid. You know, the other night I got it from you. I got a delivery from my house, but you know what it is that you get lazy, and it's really, and yes, are you paying a lot more? Absolutely, you're paying almost double.
Jimmy, what would you say your percentage is for third party, not your delivery, but third party delivery overall sales?
Percent-wise, it's got to be
10%, 20%, 30%.
It's got to be 20, 30%.
20, 30%.
See, there you go.
Yeah, because I didn't know the answer to that with the ice cream store, so I looked it up before we came.
Right.
So, and it's an ice cream store. So, my wife thought I was a wackadoo for even having delivery service for ice cream, but I knew because it was COVID last year, people would still be doing
what the people want to do.
And we did 6%, which is not tremendous, but 6% of sales for us was 6% we wouldn't have gotten. you might have gotten those sales. So maybe out of the 20%, you might have gotten 10% of people calling you or going on the website. But this is the third party, even though it's a nightmare for the restaurants, is an intricate part of sales.
Oh, well, absolutely.
You not so much because you're high end and your food doesn't travel as well.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
But for Jimmy and for me,
It's
especially
perfect.
ice cream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys got the perfect package for it, and that's why it works. Me, it doesn't work, so I can't even do the take. It just doesn't.
I don't
fit my
agree with you.
profile.
I disagree with him.
All right, but listen,
wholeheartedly. But
So
that's
going back
besides
to the
point.
thing is now, all right. So now the driver. So I order from Jim, and they say, listen. And I just put the order, and I know it's going to take an hour because it's Saturday and he's jammed up. But I'll get a text from that driver saying, I'm at Capone's, I'm waiting for your order, but they are very busy, and I'm frustrated. Like, they'll trash Capone's.
Yes, I had the
to
same
me.
situation.
They will actually trash my friend's restaurant,
Yes.
who I'm dying to get food from because I know it's great.
Yes.
And I feel like writing back going, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
I know being in there, I know it's going to take four, and I have no problem with that. So what gives them the right to, do they think they're going to get a bigger tip? Do they think they're going to be, what gives them the right to trash my friend's restaurant? I don't mind waiting. I did it because I'm also,
So
listen.
the problem is the balance, right? The balance is we need them, but
Yeah,
the
well,
issue is that, like
so the
Jimmy
issue,
said, restaurant etiquette.
for me, like, listen, and this is moving forward in the way 2021 and moving forward, and it's been starting this way for a long time, is the word convenience.
Yeah.
Okay? No one is coming out anymore. No one, you would love to have 25 people come in and look at your case and see all the beautiful pizzas because the food sells. I just told you earlier, you took a beautiful picture of this beautiful pie tonight, eggplant, ricotta, one of my all-time favorite pizzas, right? I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going there to get this pizza. And because I saw it.
Right.
It works.
But you would love to have people come in, smell, what you're doing,
There's a
see
new
the
normal.
guys working.
There's a new normal.
You're not
And it's
doing
gonna-
that. No
it's
one's
gonna
coming out
go
to see
for
that.
a while.
And it's
Yeah.
so, but they can go
Even after
online.
COVID now. It's going to take people a year or two
Now,
after
let
COVID.
me ask you this. So online, and I noticed this also, is because I know the fees, you set the price of what things, so you're setting obviously higher because you're putting the fees in there. If I came here and got a
Do you
slice,
do that? Because not everybody does. I did. I increased the price on the site.
You have to because
Yeah,
they're
it's
up
insane.
to 28%.
yeah, I see it. Because if I come here and get a slice, let's say it's a $1.50
Yes.
a slice. If I order online, it's $3.
Right.
And they're doing it.
And
People pay.
People don't
absolutely.
care, yeah.
But like a
They
plain
don't
pie,
care.
13,
The average
14,
show
13,
schmo,
14.
The
All right.
average show
It's 16
does not care.
It's 16 online because you know why? You're sitting in front of your computer, your laptop, or your
Yes.
phone and going like this. You know what? I really want that pizza tonight, and go like
Yeah.
this. And in 3 seconds, you don't have to talk to anybody.
Right.
You don't have to do nothing.
No.
And it all goes through and it charges your credit card,
Yes.
but you're paying double.
Yes.
Because
And that's the thing, it charges your credit card. There's no more cash. So
No
it
cash.
doesn't hurt with the alligator
Right.
arms to
Of
pay.
course. Yeah, of
Right?
course.
Because you're swiping. And you're swiping. And you're swiping. And at the end of the month you're like, oh man, that sucks, but it doesn't hurt on that transaction.
It doesn't
so
hurt.
every Tom, Dick, and Harry, do you have minimums on your orders online?
No.
For delivery?
No.
Because that went away too.
Yep.
That whole thing went away.
so someone could order a slice and get it delivered? Oh, two slices?
slices.
2 slices the other day. DoorDash picked up 2 slices of pizza the other day.
Really? And it probably cost
And
them
guess where it went?
$15.
Guess where it went? Down the street. So I called the person. I said, I just want to know why. Why did you use DoorDash? Oh, we didn't know you delivered.
Really?
I get a lot of that too. I feel that the door, they make people feel that I don't deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the modern day age, in reality, what pizzeria or Italian place doesn't deliver? I mean, that's been this.
Well, so we know that
A
though
lot of
because
that.
we're in the industry. The problem is your average person just thinks, oh, they stopped their own delivery and
Yeah,
now
they
they're
have DoorDash.
Really? Like
Yes,
I
I
say,
get a lot of that.
I don't.
Yes.
I know. I always thought pizzeria is always delivered. Chinese places always deliver. Like I just assume
It's going away.
It's the places
And a
like-
lot of them, they don't use it. That's why I asked Jimmy. A lot of them, they don't use their own crews anymore. Insurance is expensive. You can't find the drivers. The drivers are. So I'll just use the third party.
See, I
know
look
a
at
couple
stuff-
places do that.
Yeah, but I look at places that I would never assume deliver, like a Wawa would never. I would never
crazy.
assume. But I get a Wawa sub delivered to my house, or a Playa Bowl, or
Yeah.
Four Seasons Diner,
Yeah.
or whatever. These guys, I would never think that they would deliver,
Yeah.
but now they do,
And-
because you almost have to now.
To what you said before, so I ordered from a local burger place, very popular place, the other day, and same thing. Literally 5 minutes after we ordered, we got the text. I'm so sorry, I'm sitting here waiting for the order. They're so busy, they told me I have to wait. I'm looking at this saying, we just hit the button 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like these delivery people are out of their minds. They don't have the etiquette.
And I can't talk to that customer. I have
No.
no means of getting in touch with that
No.
customer.
Now, but and it's also if you say something to the driver, what happened, and then they're offended, then they put you just said you're putting on hold. They tell you you're banned. They tell you like because you're yelling at them.
It's an issue
because they're not part of the restaurant world or the food service world. They're I don't know what world they're from. They're just sitting at home and saying, hey, I'm going to go drive today.
But you can't be
I got punished Monday night.
Did you?
I got punished. I got an email saying that you've been shut down due to lack of getting the orders out fast enough.
Look at this.
You're
so
kidding.
I said, and I'm looking around. I look at the tickets. I'm looking at the fax machine. There's nothing there. So then I called.
You'll fax the orders in? Still?
Yeah, I still get.
2021.
DoorDash
son of a bitch.
I'm not big enough to get a tablet yet.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah,
No, you're big enough. You're not cheap. You cheat.
That's
You
right,
cheat.
I
All
got it.
right, I like it. I like it. I like
So
it.
I still change the cartridge on my fax machine.
I love it. I do love it.
1996.
I still have one too. I still have one too.
Yeah. Believe me, I was gonna go the cheap route, but we don't even have a fax at the ice cream store, so I had to buy the stupid It's $6 a month extra.
Yeah,
Bastard. Sorry.
So I got shut down Monday night, and I narrowed it down to one DoorDash driver because she did it to me again the following week.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, she didn't want to wait 1 minute.
Wow.
So as soon as she walked in, order from Mary ready? Nope. Hit the button and walked out the door.
Wow.
And then another driver came in 5 minutes later, and the pizza was ready.
Wow. The other issue, and I don't know if you had this, but I noticed, especially on July 4th weekend, we had several orders that never got picked up.
Yeah,
Now,
you get a lot
as
of
the
that.
restaurant or the ice cream store, they pay you.
They pay. Yep.
The problem is like you said, the customer never gets their order.
No.
So now they're pissed off at Summer Sweets because they didn't get their order.
And you
So-
would bring it to them if you knew where they were.
Yeah. You can't even.
Yes.
You can't even. And
You
I
get
don't
blamed,
have-
not the
yeah,
driver.
Right. So
I'm
I
sorry.
asked. I called them. It was Uber Eats. I said, "Is there any way that I can contact that customer, apologize, and say, listen, on your next order, 20% off?" They're like, we haven't figured that out yet. I'm like, so they're like, but you got paid for it. I'm like, I got paid for it, but I just pissed off 3
They're
customers
never
that
calling you
they're never going to stop here
wow,
again.
it sucks.
You know, so
Well, we had a similar situation. Well, I'm not going to say the name. We ordered from an Italian restaurant, popular Italian restaurant. They brought our food, but they forgot the pizza. My son's order. Now, to forget pizza comes in a big box. We got a whole pie.
How do you forget
It's
it?
a box like this.
Yeah.
It's not a little tiny bag.
Yeah.
That I can see. How can you forget? So we called them up. I called the restaurant exec. I said, listen, the guy forgot. Well, that's not our problem. You got to talk to DoorDash. I go, why do I have to talk to DoorDash?
Yeah.
It's your. Well, we're not in control of that. You got to call them and deal with them. And I go, I'm not dealing with them. You bring me a new pie right now. I paid for it. I don't care who's doing this.
So
I went crazy.
I had one of those. He left the pizza in the car. I mean, it wasn't even my fault. But who knows what he told the customer?
Right.
The DoorDash driver left the pizza in the car. He didn't give it to the people.
Oh,
and the
jeez.
people were calling me, and I said I gave him the pizza.
Yeah.
Now they don't believe me probably.
Right.
But I in turn, thank God, I had their address and I sent them a new pizza.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The good thing is that it was before COVID, and they were all kind of waning. Are they going to make it? Or are they not? Uber was the big one, right? So Uber, for the drivers, they created the food, right, which was a big thing for them.
Right.
But it wasn't making any money. But now you have COVID, which they need it, and it blew up. They're not making any money. Here's the problem: when COVID goes away, right, and they're still not making any money because they pay these drivers. I don't know how they make money. Well, they don't make money, but they're paying these drivers a ridiculous commission over on what they're collecting from between us and them. So how do you make money as a business? So after all this goes away, are we all left holding the bag? Are we all screwed now? We don't have the delivery service, right? We had a shitty service to begin with from them, right? Now we don't have it. A place like yours doesn't use it, right? But for a restaurant like Jimmy's or a place like mine, it becomes integral. So what the hell do you do? Put your own people back on? Jimmy has, hires more people? I don't know what the answer to that
I already
is.
got 7 drivers on a Friday night.
So you have 7 of your own
My
drivers?
own drivers, yes.
Plus all the other services?
Yes.
That's insane.
And then I have a guy from Grubhub walking in. You didn't get the order? I said, I don't do Grubhub. Well, we sent you the order. I said, well, I don't have the order. So now this guy's got to wait here for another. Now the people place their order.
Right, there's ways that they don't have your...
So I don't get the order. So I fight with him for about 10 minutes. And he's holding the Grubhub credit card in his hand. I said, you got to tell me the order so I can put it into the computer so the customer will get the food.
Did you know you could do that?
No.
So
Yeah.
a lot of so to circumvent the percentages, a lot of places, not Jimmy, but a lot of places don't use the services. But they promote it, and I don't know how it works. A friend of mine had told me, you don't need to do that. You could just advertise that you do it. They go to the portal and they put, I want the order from this place, Summer Sweets or Capones, and basically you put in the order and you don't pay the commission. The problem is they come, they give him the ticket. He doesn't even know it's coming in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's not going to pay the commission on it, but now they're not only waiting 30 minutes, now they're waiting an hour because they're behind everybody else. Yep. It's a really crazy.
So this whole thing started.
See you later, Frank.
It really started like 25 years ago with McDonald's. Actually, I don't know if you remember that back in the early 90s. McDonald's started doing delivery. But the problem that this is where it all stemmed from. But the problem was they were putting so much money on the service charge. So if you order a $5 Big Mac, that Big Mac would cost you $15.
Right.
And at the time there was no COVID. You could just run out. Everybody was like, nah.
Right.
And the real true start of this was in the big cities.
Yes.
Because
San Francisco,
Chicago,
New York, Chicago.
Because they're the hustle and bustle. So you like your favorite noodle place and it's downtown and you can't get there because you're uptown.
Just use the service.
And you could use the service and it was worth it because you can have your favorite noodles from this little hole in the wall. Yep. And that's where the delivery service kind of started.
Yeah.
And then it started going. And then when COVID hit, because before COVID, it was just. We never used the service once.
I never did either. Never, not even once.
They were barely just, And again, you guys have everybody had their own drivers, but I would never think to order a sub from Wawa and have it delivered. Like I would just go to Wawa and get it, pick it up.
But just like technology has come so far because of COVID, the delivery services are almost essential. Honestly. Right? If you're telling me 30% of your business is the third-party delivery, not your own delivery.
Not even mine.
Third-party delivery. That's 30. But now, and not only that, your sales are probably down because you don't have people in the. So without that 30 and sales being down, you'd be out of business.
So you almost need it.
Right.
It's definitely a necessity. Yeah. I mean, there's sometimes I wake up in the morning like 6 a.m. and I'm like, I'm hungry, but I know it's freezing outside. I don't want to go and get a bagel. I'll have a bagel brought to me.
Really?
Yes, I'm cheap.
You're part of the problem. I'm just telling you that.
But the problem is,
Trevor, your dad's part of the problem. Sorry.
But that $4 bagel cost me $15.
Yeah, and you still do
and
it.
They put it right on my doorstep, and I wake up and I go.
This is the mental patient that we're talking about.
I did it last week too.
Did you?
I wanted sushi. My delivery guys are busy, so I ordered 4 rolls. Guess how much I paid for 4 rolls to get delivered to me?
It had to be $60,
$75.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because
I tip good.
Yeah.
I understand. So you tip off. I could have walked there.
I know.
So part of the problem.
They average $15 rolls.
I'm too cheap.
But then you go there, they're $7. Yeah. Listen. Listen, if you can afford it and you can enjoy yourself, people do it.
A bagel?
Listen, it was cold out. It was 20 degrees, and I had I was shivering.
Oh,
but a nice hot cup of coffee and a bagel delivered right to my door.
A quick story. Another good friend of ours. Joe from Tardy's, right? Good friend of all of ours. So before I started the delivery at the ice cream store, I called him. I said, "Hey Joe, I'm thinking of this. I used to sell him bread. We're talking a lot." And he's like, "Oh, that's an perfect idea." And I'm like, "Let me ask you a question. Why do you say that?" He goes, "I just order from Friendly's." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I order from Friendly's like 3-4 times a week." I'm like, "You lazy MF." Really? He goes, "I'm not." I said, "It's right down the street. It's literally right down the street from your house. I'm not getting out of my house." That was I said, I went to my wife, I said, "Beth, listen to me. We have to start delivering." And we did. And listen, it was only 6%.
I remember the whole Friendly thing. That's how you started.
Yeah.
You told me about it. And we that night ordered Friendly's to see how the ice cream would hold up.
Yes.
It held up, but it was a big clump of all the topping, like the whipped cream was flat, like everything, and all the toppings sank in. But it was still hard. It wasn't like soup. But it was okay.
And we changed our menu because of it. So we do hot waffles at the ice cream store, and they're delicious. But when you put them in a styrofoam, they're hot, and then you put the cold ice cream on them. Yep. It's a crap show when they get home. So we changed to the bowls.
Yes.
And it's still a mochade, but it's better than.
They make vented to-go containers now.
It's
for fried food.
It's a bowl with the vents on top.
Right. Yes.
It's a clear bowl.
Right.
And it works better.
Right.
So you're basically redoing your menu
until someone puts something on top of the lid and they don't realize.
Yeah. Then it's a poop show. But what I'm saying to you is that 6% for us, 30% for Jimmy.
Well, absolutely.
It makes sense.
100%.
It makes sense. And we had a great summer because of it. Because of that extra. We would have never, especially us. The phone calls might come to you, but as an ice cream store, I would have never gotten those sales.
Yeah, true story.
I wouldn't have. Because people complain all the time during the summer. Your line's too long. They don't want to come. They just don't come. So you order online, and this year we're adding call ahead. So you can go on our website, because we're adding a POS system. Okay. You can go online, you can order it, and we'll get the ticket in, and it'll be ready for you when you walk in. So you can either have walk-in,
That's nice.
or you can have the delivery.
So let me ask you this. So both of you guys, so because you guys do this as your service, but don't they review you and stuff like that? Did you ever get a lot of negative reviews?
Yes.
You go on there? Do you go on there?
I don't.
I went on there by accident a couple weeks ago.
My significant
I mean,
other does.
do you? Because I know they rate, like
Yes.
they
They
rate
rate,
you
yes.
and people rate. And stuff.
But
I've never filled one
But
out.
a lot of
Listen.
the complaints were the complaints that we're talking about right now.
Yes.
Not too much of the food was bad.
Right.
You know, the cold
Delivery,
part,
yeah.
the
Right.
delivery took
Sure.
too long. Yeah, there was some deliveries take 2 hours.
Of course. Well, now one driver picks up multiple deliveries, right?
Yeah, so
And
who knows
they-
which way he's going?
Exactly. And I was
Yeah.
telling him this. I said he could be picking up 2 a year
They're
hot
not
items, and
supposed
your
to.
ice cream's on the back of the burner,
They're
and by
not
the time they
supposed
get
to.
it, it's soup.
But if their phone is accepting all 3 delivery services, so one delivery service will not send them to multiple places. Grubhub will not send them to 3 places. They'll send them to one place until the order is done. But if they're accepting Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats, they can get 3 different orders at the same time from the different delivery services. So if I'm on my way to your house and Grubhub dings me and says, oh, by the way, there's an order here, now I have to say, do I accept it as the driver? And he might. So now your order is delayed because I'm going to the other service here. You know what I'm saying? So as far as you were saying the comments, 14 years, I think literally we had 4 bad comments at the store, right? All of a sudden now, we do this thing. Now, I have to prove to my wife this is gonna work. Within the first week, we're getting, oh my God, they're horrible! So it's mouchard and it's cold. Do you see that? We got a bad review. 1 star. I don't get 1 stars, John. I don't get 1 stars. I'm like, okay, honey. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll figure it out. Call the paper guy. You gotta figure it out. I don't know what the frick to do. Get me something. And he gave me those bowls and it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all of a sudden you're
Right.
getting comments now from a whole nether situation.
Yeah. No, I got you.
But I do look at those comments in real life comments, you know,
Right.
like real people.
Right.
Sure.
And I try to fix the problem.
Of course,
If there's
yeah.
problems on
Yep.
there I can't fix.
Sure.
You know,
Well, some are legit. Oh, even my bad.
Some
I
are
get-
legit.
Some
Yes.
are legit that you can make adjustments on,
Yes.
or find problems, and some are just
And this
people.
is why
Yeah,
you
the
don't
carrots
want.
are
This is why you
so
refuse to deliver because
Oh,
I
absolutely.
would order your food. I would order your food.
Right.
And we've had this conversation, and Mike's like, I'm not going to deliver my calamari in those packs. I'm like, but Mike, I know, I understand. I'm going to get it. It's going to be mushy. But he's right. I'll understand because I'm in the business, and I'll still enjoy it. But Karen or Bob won't understand. They're like, oh my God,
No,
I got
because
the
you know what's
worst
going to happen?
delivery.
We're doing a $60 dry aged prime steak.
Right.
You're paying 60, and I'll probably charge you 75 on Grubhub.
Yeah.
You get it home, and all right, we cook it medium rare. We put it in the go
Comes home
container.
well.
You get it. You're at well
Right.
or medium
I get
well
it. I get
because
it.
it rested and it sat in
Yes.
that fucking hot.
Yes.
It sat in that box.
Yes.
So guess what they're going to do? I'm not paying for this. I ordered this $75 steak. I want it. So
Yes.
we literally have to cook it rare
Right.
and put it there. And I just don't want to deal.
I get it.
Because
I
we do a
understand.
lot of meat. We do.
I understand.
We
I get
sell
it.
more meat than we actually do fish.
Right.
So I just don't want to. And how do you put our sea bass? Our sea bass comes out this
Yeah.
high. You know, it's about presentation. It'll look like a clump of poo.
Is
in
most
that
of your
container.
delivery pizza, or you get dinners and stuff too? It's a combination.
Friday night's more pizza.
More
I do
pizza.
get that, but then your Saturday night you'll get a little more on the dinner side.
Okay, so you're still putting out regular dinners
Yeah.
and stuff.
Now
franchise
your
and
menu,
all that
like I
stuff.
said, I just ordered it the other day. Your menu is huge online.
Yeah, you'll never know what's going to come on a Friday night.
You have.
Why didn't you scale that back? Like, why did you use such?
You
a big
can, and you can do that. You can put only 4 items on there if you want, right? I mean, pretty
I
much.
know.
It doesn't affect your
But-
kitchen.
It does a little bit.
You have. I mean, I'm scrolling.
But I
And I'm
deal with it.
scrolling. But see, the problem is everything looks good, and you want everything. And
Right.
You're like, oh, so you know, we do the appetizer. Then you get to the sandwiches, the salad. Like every sandwich sounds like you're like, oh my god, I want that.
Not to
sandwich.
drone this on, I just
And
want to
so-
real quick. So you have a POS, right?
Yes.
And you know that POS will give you everything that you like sell the least.
Yes.
So all I'm saying, maybe run a report every once in a
Yes.
while and
Well-
take the bottom.
But no, you do
third
have
right
on that.
off.
And then I didn't even get to the pizza part, let alone the pastas or the dinners. I'm still in the sandwiches, and it's 15 pages down.
Oh my God.
Because you have
I do
every
sell
sandwich.
a lot of little bit of everything.
Right.
I really can't say. I tried.
Don't do it.
I tried.
Now the other day,
Don't do it.
so I got
Knock
I
it
got
off.
everything from him. But you know, the other day I just wanted a nice antipasto and a turkey sandwich.
Right.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
The antipasto was perfect.
Yeah.
The sandwich was great. And that's all I
Sometimes
wanted.
too much choice,
So
though, is
an
not good either.
antipasta and
No.
a sandwich, $35.
Yeah.
I could have got it here for 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what
You get an
That's what
ice
you
cream
get.
delivery at $60. I'm like, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
I mean,
embarrassed.
you know, we've done sushi before, and we've got a $125 bill, and you're like,
And people
what do we
don't
get?
care.
I forgot what we got.
People don't care. They really.
Well, I don't
They
care.
don't
Listen,
care.
again, it's the convenience, and
Yeah.
it's partly being lazy too. I mean,
So what was the point of
convenience.
the whole point of this video was basically to talk about the third party. We need them, right?
Yep.
If anybody's watching this that actually does the deliveries, dude, relax. You know, I mean, the people understand there's got to be an hour to 45 minutes to an hour to get the food. You can't just show up 5 seconds after it comes on your thing and say, "Hey, I want the food."
Or if you walk into a pizzeria and you see there's a line, there's
Come
25
on.
pies on the oven, the tickets
Yeah.
are still
Yeah.
hanging. Like, use your brain a little.
Well, that's
bit,
common
right?
sense.
That's
Yeah.
But I think also too is with all these growth of these companies, they should issue some sort of training or manual or something going, listen, you're dealing
There's
with food
nothing.
service. I know,
They're
that's what
hired-
I'm saying.
they're hired
Nothing.
online, right?
May-
They
maybe
just get hired online.
Oh, you can sign up right now and
There
go.
is
I mean,
nothing
like
that
anybody,
stops that.
anybody who has a car and a pair of keys can do it. You can have one leg, one eye,
Yeah.
and 3 teeth in your mouth, and you're the best delivery driver in the
Yeah.
world.
Well, they don't tie their shoes
And
either.
listen too, they make a lot of money.
They
They
do.
make a lot
I
of
got
money,
a friend that was
man.
making
A
almost
lot of money.
$800 a week.
I believe
Now,
it.
that being said, he worked 7 to 7, right? 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Sometimes he'd start at 11 and go 11 to 11, depending on the day, right? The weekends, 11 to 11. And he would come home anywhere between $600 and $900 a week. So you can do it. You're beating the shit out of your car, right? That's the biggest thing. You're beating the shit out of the car, and you're out for 12, 13 hours a day. But you can make a decent living on those things. That's why people
Yeah,
do it.
and listen, there's older, like, see me, I'm in the business.
Yeah.
So I've always tipped heavy. I'm always a big tip, no matter where I go, no matter
Yeah.
what I'm everybody gets a Duke. That's just me. It's the kind of person
Yeah.
I am. I grew up with like that. So me, it's cold. Oh, it's raining. Oh, give him an extra 25% because it's raining out and he's bringing it. Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And forget about drinking and door dashing. Not good. Stay away from
hold
that
on.
shit.
I gotta throw my wife under the
Stay
bus.
away.
She hates watching these things because at least once every 5 episodes I throw her under the bus. But I love her to death. So I forget where we ordered from. I think it was sushi place. What is it?
Office Lounge?
Office Lounge. We ordered from Office Lounge. This lady came, the nicest lady in the world.
Oh, so you do this? Hold on. Did he say?
Oh no, I order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't
It
ordering
is.
one bagel.
Okay.
I'm not ordering a bagel.
Okay.
He's ordering 2 dozen with a schmear.
So this lady comes, the nicest lady in the world, right? She gets talking to my wife, puts my wife in tears because my wife mentions the fact that I just get home with cancer. And she's like, "Oh, my husband passed away from cancer." They're bonding like two yentas from they've known each other forever. So she leaves. I'm like, "Honey, you know, maybe it's a nice thing, you know, to really tip her good." So she goes, "Oh, well, I tipped her the normal 20 or 25%. I'm like, "Well, maybe call them up. It was Grubhub or whatever." I said, "Call them up and see if you can do it." So she calls them, waits 20 minutes on the phone. 20 minutes on the phone. How much do you think she gave her extra? Give me a number.
$5.
20.
$5.
$5.
Well,
I'm
maybe she went big. The first tip.
Yeah, 20%. So I look at her, I'm like, "What'd you throw? You throw, you know, 30, 40 bucks? She said, "Oh, what, 30, 40 bucks? I'm like, this is like your long lost friend, $5 extra dollars.
See, we don't talk to him. We just tell him to leave it on the plate. Don't say a word. I don't want to.
Sorry,
Don't look
honey.
in my eye. Don't stare
She
at
gets
me,
the
you know,
cheapness. She's
just leave
learned it from me, though. But on that end.
But I tell you what, going back when you're out having a good time drinking, partying, and you're home,
the money's flowing.
You know, talk about Harold Camargo's The White Castle. I mean, it's like you're sitting home and you're watching. You're like, it's 2 a.m. Like, I want Taco Bell. Bring me 3 dozen tacos, DoorDash or McDonald's. Like you'll order a cheeseburger and fries from McDonald's.
Yes.
It'll cost you like $55 for that cheeseburger and fries. But you're whacked out of your mind, and
Hold on, White
will love
Castle
it.
delivers?
Yes.
I did it here one night.
I might try it.
Grubhub, they
I
all
did it
do.
one night.
Really?
Friday night. I
Taco
was
Bell,
busy,
oh,
I didn't
every-
know
every-
about it. I got a 30 sack delivered.
So we're
right to
all
the
part of
door.
the problem. I'm in on the problem.
All right, well, that's
All
going
right.
to wrap it up for us. We are the $1 Million Food Guys. We'd like to thank Jimmy Capone for hosting us tonight
Excellent, guys.
at the beautiful restaurant. Check his restaurant out if you haven't had really good pizza. But screw that. I love his pasta, white clam sauce. One of my
Excellent
favorites,
stuff.
anti-pasta.
Chicken parm, I love.
Probably
I love
the
your
best
chicken
in the
parm.
area. Get your butts down here, downtown Toms River. Right in the downtown, you can't miss it. It's an awesome place. Please stop by. Tell Jimmy, tell him you saw us on $1 Million Food Guys. He's always here. And
We'll see you on the next one.
great food. See you on the
And we'll
next
see you
one.
on the next one.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Of the video.
Are we
shoot.
ready?
Yeah, you're ready.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready? I'll start it off and I'll introduce Jimmy and then we'll go. Okay?
Yes.